What up, good people? Just trying to get everything set up right now. How's everybody doing? Let me know how the audio sounds like down in the chat. Man, we got some stuff to talk about tonight. We are definitely going to be talking about the new announcements from AMD. Also, we're going to talk about the 3070 Founders Review edition. So, yeah. Yeah, we definitely about to get it cracking. Play Nation, I see you down in the chat. What up? We got King and Smith. What's up? What's up? What's going on? What's happening? Tyler, what's up, man? I see you down in the chat. Sounds great. Okay, good. Yeah. Man, we about to be lit tonight, boy. We got some, man, we got a lot of stuff to talk about. A lot of stuff to talk about. But we're gonna definitely get in some Watchdog Legions gameplay tonight. Man, super excited. And I got one more thing. I'm just gonna pull this up on my phone so I can listen to myself. All right. Turn one of my monitors. And man, how y'all feeling tonight, man? I know we had these GPU launches and all that different type of stuff to go on. Did anybody get their hands on the 3070? Definitely let me know. Tyler, I know you say you got all night working that night shift, man. I hear you. See, should I wait on Assassin's Creed Vikings? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about that. All right, King, I call you Nick, man. I definitely call you Nick, man. But man, all right. So to get to the good stuff, I don't want to waste no time with stuff. So we definitely got. Let's see here. AMD RDNA2. A lot of people knew this day was coming, and I believe that if you've been watching my streams and if you've been hearing me talk, we've been saying, okay, hey, I like to get the new stuff. So of course, I got the current card I got right now. It's the MSI Gaming X Trio 3080. Absolutely love the card. Love the RGB. If you've seen my last build in the Lian, absolute epic. Appreciate everybody for checking out that video. If you haven't already, definitely. I'll probably post a link in the description below. But yeah. I played Tyler, I played a little bit of Watch Dogs Legion, and it's great, man, especially at 4K. Yeah, it's definitely one of those titles that you got to pick up. But we've been talking about these RDNA2 GPUs, man. Just looking at the performance numbers, I would definitely say it looks like we got the competition that we've been looking for. The only thing that I want to see is actually individual benchmarks when it comes to the cards, just to get that better comparison between the 3080 and 3090. Independent reviews, stuff like that. But also the biggest thing when it comes to AMD graphics cards, it's the software, it's the drivers. So just making sure that all of that is matching up, doing what it needs to do. They've known to have issues in the past when it comes to their drivers. So that's the only thing I'm kind of thinking, because I really want, okay, So we're gonna go through this real quick, but I definitely want to make sure I keep my eyes on the chat. So I know Tyler, you said 6800 XT looks great. Hopefully the drivers will stay. So yeah, that's exactly what I was just talking about. I'm just talking about the drivers. Yeah, man. All right, so just taking a look at this right here. I think I got the right article. Yeah, so this was like I think this is the wrong article. But this right here was the precursor, you know, the numbers and stuff like that they was looking at. And kind of find out that this particular card right here was actually the 6800 XT when they were showing these numbers. But they have a bigger card. It's the 6900 XT. So let me find the right article. Let me just go back. I thought I had the right one. Let's see if I can find the right article. Is this it? Yeah. All right, so I got the right article. This is the one I was looking for earlier. So AMD announced 3 different cards. We got the 6800, 6800 XT, and then the 6900 XT. Now, the one that I'm like crazy excited about is the 6900 XT, and the reason being is because I'm just gonna kind of skip to it, and then we could come back to the other ones. But for the, where is it at? Yeah, for the 6900 XT, the 6900 XT is actually going this. If you, man, look at this. I don't know if I could zoom in. Let me see if I can zoom in. Can't zoom in on the picture. But anyways, I'm just gonna read out the numbers. It has 80 compute units, gets up to the actual game clock is 2015 megahertz, boost clock 2.2 megahertz, well 2.2 gigahertz, 128 megabytes of infinity cache. So let me kind of just explain that real quick. So on the infinity cache, it's something that's is something that they came up with in order to be able to give access to the memory super fast. So it's pretty much the same thing as the Infinity Fabric that they have on their AMD CPUs, but specifically to their 5000 series, where they restructured the whole Infinity Fabric. So now they have multiple streams that the CPU could be able to have access to the memory right offhand. Well, they pretty much have done the same thing when they come to to the Infinity Cache. It has 128 megabytes of it, so it's super fast memory that they could be able to have access to. It also has 16 gigabytes of GDDR6 memory. So of course, with Ampere cards, the 3080, 3090 has GDDR6X, which has higher bit rate, double the performance and stuff like that. But come to find out that you really don't need it, because if you look at some of these benchmarks, and I hate that I can't. Oh, maybe I can. Okay, here we go. So if you look at some of the benchmarks, and I'm going to see if I could pull the 6900 XT benchmarks. Come on now. Here we go. Well, I can't pull it. It's like it's overlapping. Maybe I'm doing that. See if I could grab it. I'm messing it up. Okay, it's hiding because I messed up the benchmark. But it's basically if you watch the hang on, I'm still trying to grab this. I don't know if you can see that. But what happens is for the 6900 XT, it's beating out a 3090. And of course, the 3090 was the king of the hill. But with the 6900 XT, if you combine the rage mode, and I'm going to explain that too, but if you combine the rage mode along with the smart access memory, then you get the performance. I think something against like Doom Eternal. It was pretty much matching on that. But Call of Duty Ultra 102, Borderlands 3, it was getting on badass settings, it was getting 73. Battlefield 5, 122 FPS. Gears of War, 92. Shadow of the Tomb Raider, 96, which is crazy. Wolfenstein, 160. You know, so, but again, I still want to see the individual benchmarks, and I'm trying to keep an eye on this chat. But y'all lit tonight. I appreciate it. Do I still have the 500 DSE build? This is from Aaron. I do not. I sold that PC a while back. I think maybe 20. My years are running together now. So, but that was the first build I did, but I sold that, so I don't have that build anymore. Abraham, so I don't know if the drivers have been fixed yet for the AMD CPU. So that's one of the things that hopefully they did fix that. Not sure yet. So let me explain rage mode. So rage mode, if you watch my videos, one of the things that I do, I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you actually on screen real quick. So this right here is MSI Afterburner, right? So you know everybody knows I use this. I use this to overclock, to do fan curves and stuff like that for my GPU. But I'm gonna tell you exactly what rage mode does. If you see right here, you got the power limit slider. I actually have this all the way over. What rage mode does for AMD, it's a one-click max out of the power slider. That's pretty much it. So what it does, it allows the actual GPU to get up to the highest clock speeds possible just based off of maxing out the power limit. So that's rage mode. That's it. There's nothing more important than that. And actually, as far as the performance on the cards, it gives maybe like an extra 1 or 2% boost in performance. The big boost that's coming from these numbers right here is actually the smart access memory. So what happens is that once you combine a 5000 series CPU, which is like the new 5600, the 5900 series that's coming out, and the 5950X, those new CPUs that's coming out on the 5th. Those new CPUs that's coming out on the 5th, November the 5th, which is next week. You combine that with the X570 motherboard, you could be able to have access to the smart access memory, if I'm saying that right. Smart access memory. So what that does, that goes back to what I was telling you about how they restructured everything on the CPU when it comes to the Infinity Fabric. So now the actual CPU cores are going to have multiple cores, going to have like all of the cores within the CPU is going to have direct access to pretty much the L3 cache. So it's like the whole Infinity Fabric. So that was one of the things that AMD has been able to have such a big performance boost when it comes to the new 5000 series. So it's going to be very interesting. So basically, if you combine a 5000 series CPU with the X570 board with the AMD GPU, you could pretty much get these numbers to beat out the Nvidia cards. That's basically what it is. So glad I explained that, got that out the way. So 6800 XT, you know, that's going to be competing with a RTX 3080. So I definitely just want to see what these things are going to be able to do in real life. As long as the drivers and the games and everything works, we're good to go. So let's check out what we got going on down in the chat. So down in the chat, what we got going on? All right, so let me see if I can answer some of these questions. Let's see. Should you get a, all right, Tyler, I see you down in chat. So should you get a 3070 or 3080? If you plan on doing 4K, get the 3080. If you have no plans on doing 4K, you could get a 3070 and rock with it because it's the same performance. It's the same performance as a 2080 Ti. The 3070 is a steal of a card, especially if you're getting the aftermarket card. For a 3070, they have a ROG Strix version, which is awesome. I would pretty much say, you could do entry level 4K on a 3070, but it's pretty much pretty much a 2080 Ti with 8 gigabytes worth of VRAM. That's basically what it is. So when it comes to like 1440p and 1080p, it, for the most part, it actually beats the 2080 Ti a little bit, but it's the same. It's on the same level. So for $500, it's definitely worth it. So I would definitely say 3070 is going to be awesome. Keo, I see you down in the chat, man. I see you down in the chat. But I would also say too, we don't know what we've seen the numbers. So I would 6800. I don't know, 6800 XT. So let's look at this. Look at these prices. So for the 6900 XT, that's going to beat a 3090. 3090 is $1,500 base. 6900 XT is $1,000. So I plan on picking up one of those. That comes out on December the 8th, just FYI. And then we got the 6800 XT that's on par with the 3080, or it's beating the 3080 actually. $649, so it's undercutting the 3080 by $50. And that's crazy. And that's going to be available on November the 18th. Both that and the 6800. And I think the actual 6800 comes in at $579, which I think those numbers will beat a 3070. So I like competition because this should drive down the prices from Nvidia. So I hope I hope that happens. Tyler, that was a question to Aaron about the software. No, only getting a 3080. Hey, I hear you, Tyler. I hear you, man. All right, so that's enough of the GPU talk. I definitely want to get to Watch Dogs, man, and checking out some of the gameplay. We're gonna take a look at some of the benchmarks, and then we'll start off with some of the gameplay, and then I'll do a couple more live streams of doing some gameplay with Watch Dogs. But let's get cracking, man. Y'all could definitely continue to ask me questions down in the chat. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of go over some of the GPU stuff, man, because and this right here, now y'all know I like MSI. And this is a MSI version of the 6800 series, and believe it or not, it looks just like the 3080. And I'm surprised that they still kept this design, because normally that doesn't happen. Normally Nvidia with the designs, they like to keep that to Nvidia, but so I don't know. But it's I'm very surprised that they actually are coming out with this design. So it looks a little bit different, but this is gonna be awesome. So I would definitely like to get an aftermarket version of it. If they come out with a ROG Strix, I definitely want to get that. But yeah, it's awesome, man. So we'll see. We'll see what's cracking with it. Yeah, we'll see what's cracking with that. Let's see here. I don't know what I am clicking on. I don't know what I'm clicking on. I'm tripping. All right. Watch Dogs Legion. Let's get it cracking. So just letting y'all know, I do not have anything on overclock. I have my fan speed. Actually trying to get this to go to 60% on the fan speed. And so just to let you know, if I got my fan speed, it's at 63%. That's at 1900 RPM. I cannot hear the fans. Everything else is on stock. I just got the power limit raised up. And so that's just FYI on that type of stuff. All right. So now that we got that out of the way, we're going to go ahead and hit play. See what y'all talking about down here. Hey Tyler, I was just gonna ask you, how you gonna hook up your PlayStation 5 to your PC? I'm glad you cleared that up. You was talking about the controller. Okay. Abraham, I see it in your question down in chat. Are the perks that come with the series, with the 6000, well, with the series of Nvidia is better than the AMD 6000 series? Now that I am not sure, and the reason why is because we definitely got to have some time to test out the 6000 series. So once we test that out, it's gonna be all good. All right, so just to let y'all know, I am definitely gonna be playing with an Xbox remote. I'm not using mouse and keyboard when it comes to games like this because it's just a little bit too difficult to use, actually. All right, so let's go to options. We're gonna go to video. So I was kind of playing around with this a little bit earlier, just trying to get a feel for my settings. And we're just trying to figure some stuff out. Of course, like I said, we're on 4K monitor refresh rate. I'm playing on my LG 4K monitor. I got VSync off, FPS limit off, field of view is at 90. Quality. Now, graphics card. So we plan on DirectX 12, so we could be able to get the ray tracing. Graphics quality. I actually have it on a preset of Ultra, and I just kind of changed a couple of things. So here's some of the things that I changed. Everything is on Ultra. Shadows, everything. I don't like playing with motion blur, so I take that off. Let me go ahead and hit apply. So we get to ray trace reflections. So I actually put this on medium. And as you can see, the CPU, like down here at the bottom right hand corner, so CPU load is major, GPU load is major. So I'm definitely going to keep track of the CPU usage. It's supposed to be low at 4K, but you know, sometimes that can get a little difficult sometimes. So I'm going to keep track of that. DLSS. So I was playing around with this earlier. So you got, it's on off right now, but you got performance, which has a medium CPU load, GPU load minor. You got quality. So with quality, it allows you to be able to get a better picture. CPU load medium, GPU load minor. You got balance, which you get a little bit of both performance and picture quality. And then you got ultra performance. This is actually only good for, as you can see here, where it says playing at 8K gameplay, which nobody is doing it. So, so what I am going to do is actually choose balance. So with balance, as you can see here, it says this mode offers both optimized performance and image quality. So we're going to stick with balance. Extra detail, so I'm not changing anything else. And so what I'm going to do, we're going to go ahead and play through a benchmark. So I'm just going to hit X and going to see what's cracking. So right now I am streaming using a processor. I'm using X264 fast mode. Shouldn't have any hit on my GPU. So it's going to be interesting to see if I get the same performance that I was getting earlier. But we'll be able to see this live together. So I just want to show you what this looks like. So we're on 4K Ultra. We have RTX, ray tracing, and we have it at medium. Oh shoot! That scared the crap out of me. So right now, I am getting 46 frames per second. And I think last time I was running this, I was getting higher. So I don't know if this is because I'm also streaming on my, you know, if it's the CPU, but my CPU usage is only at 45, 46%. So I don't know why it's low like this. I took a picture of it, so I'm definitely going to go back and see, make sure I'm using the same settings. But last time I had these settings, I was actually getting 60 frames per second. So it looks like it may be because I'm also streaming and the CPU usage is probably what's causing it to take a hit. All right, so down in the chat. All right, Aaron, so Will, do you think that you'll ever try to get a 4K 144 hertz monitor for your PC or next gen console? Yes, that is something I'm working on, but the 4K 144 hertz monitors, they're like $800. All right, so just to let you know, so looking at these results, I'm definitely, it says average 43, but that's actually not correct. Let me take a look at the impact to see what all the settings that I got and see if I was getting the same thing, because when I did this earlier, I was actually able to get right at an average of 60 frames per second. But I think it's because I'm also streaming off of the same computer. So let's try something different. I'm gonna change the settings. And just so you can kind of see, you can get a good gist of it. So if you were streaming and you were gaming at the same time, this is accurate about what type of performance that you would get. So for the most part, games like this, you're really not going to notice it that often, but you can definitely change some of the settings. So if I go back here and I change this to the custom preset, let me just check to see what so reflections were on ultra. I don't think I changed anything on that. I think the only thing that I changed, yeah. So when I was running this earlier, if I was not streaming, it would be 60 frames per second, FYI. But while streaming, if I change this to very high, put this on medium, put this on balance. Let's try it out now. See what we get. So FYI, if you jumping into this, if you're jumping into the stream right now, if you didn't see anything earlier, just testing out the actual benchmarks. When I was running this earlier and when I did it on very high without streaming, I was getting around about 63, 64 frames per second. So it's higher than what we were getting. So I will probably play at these settings while I'm streaming. You know, I could do this on, 1440p and I could be able to get, solid 60 frames per second if I was recording. But this is cool. I mean, if I was getting the high 50s, that's fine for playing at 4K. So, but just FYI, if you ever decided that you want to stream this, if you got a strong enough card, I would definitely say, definitely play at 1440p if you're streaming. You could be able to get, definitely over 60 frames per second. I can't test it right now, so maybe tomorrow I could probably test the stream at 1440p because I would have to swap everything, and yeah, it would change all type of stuff. So, but it's interesting because the CPU usage, because I'm using the CPU to stream, and then I'm doing this benchmark. It's at 50, 53%, 60. So very interesting that that's happening. So it's very interesting. All right, so Joshua White, right? Will, don't you have a Z490 gaming motherboard with a 10700K? I sold it. I sold that bill. I did the bill, sold it. Had somebody that was trying to get it off my hands. And so, yeah. All right. So the average FPS came out to 52, which changes some of the settings to very high. If I was not streaming, this would actually come out to about 63, 64 frames per second. So I am definitely going to do some recordings later on. And I throw them up on the channel and stuff like that, just so you could be able to see the difference if I was not using the same CPU to stream. Ultimate edition. So yeah, I'm taking a performance hit because I'm also streaming on the same PC. But I'll definitely go back and double check the extra drivers that I had, because I thought I updated my drivers a little bit earlier today. But you said that they have a new one out, which is 45709, and I got 45671. So I'll definitely make sure I do that too. Great observation, but it's because I'm streaming on the same PC as I'm taking a performance hit. So just FYI. Don't have another system that I could capture from right now. But if you were streaming and playing this game at the same time, this is the type of performance that you will see. All right, so let's take a look at the campaign mode. We're gonna start a new game. And also, while you're in game, you see a higher performance than you do from the benchmarks. That's also an FYI, so you'll see what I'm talking about in a second.
Ah, London, what a town. History around every corner and a tourist photographing it. Pubs serving up a pint and a smile. All that music, theatre and art. And multiculturalism. And the world's oldest underground, the Tube. The class of cities, really. Top shelf stuff. Only took 12,000 years to build it up, and one night to tear it all down.
And I just realized I'm like super big, so let me make some of the changes here real quick. Right after this, need to change how big I am on the screen. I'm like super big.
Dalton, no time to waste.
Yes, ma'am. I'm in. Any idea what we're up against, Bagley?
If you hadn't brushed off, I might. Ever consider leaving these security threats to the authorities?
That's rich, Bagley. The government would sooner arrest us for trying to help than actually do something useful.
We'll have to sort this one on our own.
Carefully, Dalton.
Bagley, are you detecting a little worry in Sabine's voice?
Brilliant. Asking the computer about feelings. This explains so much.
Shut it, you two, and get to work.
There she is.
All right, so if you take a look at the top right hand corner now in-game performance is totally different. So you can see my average frame rate is 66 frames per second. And actually what I found out is that on the same settings, on the very high settings that I'm playing on right now, like in game, it's like 80 something frames per second. So it's crazy. The benchmark is definitely set up totally different. So I definitely just screwed something up on my resolution. I shouldn't even be playing around with this. Hold on a second. All right, I was trying to get the borderless thing going. That's crazy. So I could go over to my my other screen over here. All right, so I think I got that right. All right, so second. All right, cool. All right, so let's get cracking. So if you take a look here, just looking at, if you see the shadows, the reflections, everything. I'm also playing in HDR. But if ray tracing, man. And also one thing I forgot to mention, on the new AMD GPUs, they also have ray tracing, you know, and stuff like that. And so it's going to be interesting. I definitely want to be able to get my hands on one just to kind of see the difference in between the two and how they implement them. So Aaron down in the chat, I am definitely planning on playing Cold War. And yeah, that's coming too. So one thing I learned about this game is that it is definitely, so if I hit,
files are heavily encrypted. No identifying information.
Ghosts in this system.
gotta take them down, take them down.
That hurt you more than it hurt me.
So you could definitely, you can hit certain stuff to go around corners. You hide up against walls. Watchdogs is crazy. You could you could decrypt stuff, all types of stuff.
Do us a
Pretty
favor and
dope,
keep
man.
it quiet, Dalton.
If they don't shoot me, I won't shoot them. How's that?
And then you can actually stay up against the wall. But yeah, but it's definitely all about stealth, you know what I'm saying? Because you have these special missions and stuff like that. What's going to be super dope about this game too is that you're going to be able to change characters. You use any character, like any character in the game is going to be playable. So crazy. But just looking at the shadows and the reflections and stuff on this game, it's crazy, man. The level of detail, this is a next gen title. So if you see a little screen tearing on my screen, that's because if I was playing on VSync, you wouldn't see that. But I don't really like VSync. But if you one of the things that they said that you'll be able to use in this game with the ray tracing is you can see the reflections. Like once you start playing on other levels and stuff like that, you could definitely use this as an advantage to be able to see like drones and like reflections of enemies and stuff like that. So it's like pretty cool. And so like with this, in order for me to open up that door, I got to get all the way over there, but also I got to make sure I can also hack into cameras. So if you played Watch Dogs Legions before, like I could hijack this camera. I could definitely be able to see my surroundings before I even do anything. So, and then I think there's another camera here I can be able to see. So I can see what's going on here. I can actually set a trap to, and I can arm it. So, boom, he just got hit. You saw that? And then if I go back over here, show y'all something else. I can set a trap right here, and I can arm it. Boom, knock them out. Then once I get out of this, so really, and I could stay right here. And there's another trap that I could set for him. As you can see, he got knocked out. Look at the reflections in the floor and the water. Crazy. Yeah, so yeah, this game is dope, man. Like for real, super dope. That was another trap, but I gotta get up there. So like if I go this way, go on. Oh, okay. So check this out. I can set a trap right here. I can arm it. Boom. Got him. They show a little drone right here on the floor, but I can't use that. All right, so for here, now I can unlock this.
They've got loads of DedSec gear.
And this is
down
going to allow
What
me
might
to
you
be able to
suppose
open
that
up the
is?
door.
What?
So,
How did they get their hands on it?
I don't know. But someone wants to make it look like DedSec was here.
Shit. You need to proceed with extreme caution, Dalton.
Who are these men in black anyway?
Nothing identifying. I suspect that's by design.
so now I'm back at the door. I can open it. Boom, just like that. And just look at the lighting, man. Talking about a next gen game for sure. Super dope. But one of the things they're talking about is not being too loud in this game.
Oh, fuck me. The entire place is rigged to blow.
Jesus, those canisters. Bagley, is that...
RTX nitrogen. Enough to level Parliament.
Can you locate a detonator, Bagley?
Not exactly, but there's a device streaming a fuckload of encrypted data from the floor above you.
Yeah, that fits the bill. On my way.
So check this out. So what I can do, I can distract them. Got him. So you can actually distract them and you can ping their phones so they can be able to check their phones. Then you can sneak up behind them, take them down. Then with him, so I can't distract him.
That was strange.
staged DedSec propaganda all around the bombs. These pricks are
So
going to blow
normally,
and hang it on us.
I would have
Not
done
if
that a
you
lot
get to
more
that
stealth.
detonator first.
Had a lot more stealth with that, but I kind of messed up. But as you can see, you see what happened if you get alerted. So, FYI. So, analyze that, download the information.
Bagley, is that not the detonator?
No, but it's a transmitter sending a signal to a device on the floor above us. Safe to assume that would be the detonator we're looking for.
No, I did not see what it said. Never surrender. Okay. And let me know down in the chat if you have played Watch Dogs. Like I said, right now I'm playing on 4K. And again, if I was not streaming on the same computer, I would definitely be getting a higher frame rate. But hey, I'm still getting 4K 60 even with streaming on the same computer. So this is awesome, actually. It's actually pretty awesome. All right, so I am inside the church. Arm that. And there's a lot of devices in. I think I'm gonna arm that. Oh, interact.
I found the detonator. And it's definitely live. Bagley, I'm gonna need some help with this.
Yes, you are, but sadly I'm locked out.
Fuck.
So if you don't know,
Chance without Bagley.
Watch All Leaders is in London. London has fallen, and they're trying to take it back.
You're full of surprises. Be quick about it.
All right, Bagley, do your thing.
I'm in. And the bombs have just armed themselves. Well, that may complicate matters.
Fuck's sake. Can you defuse them or not?
Of course I can, but I might also trip another failsafe and vaporize you, so fair warning.
Expect this to draw some attention your way, Dalton.
Oh, I'm counting on it.
Company
Oh, I got people coming. We got some
Dalton,
action.
we've got some heat here at HQ.
How long is this gonna take, Bagley?
Depends how often you interrupt me with questions.
All right, everyone. Faces on, guns out. It's about to get real.
Fuck. They're on me. I'll try and hold them off.
Look for anything suspicious.
Oh, got a gun.
They gotta be somewhere.
Bagley, okay. Let's just say I'm both impressed and annoyed by how sophisticated this anti-tamper security is. Still working.
Oh, fuck! They're shooting at us! This fucking weapon is gonna get you killed. Damn it. Where's my background, Jans? Cover me. I got him.
Bagley, tell me you're close.
I'm through security, now wading through terabytes of decoy code looking for the detonation sequence.
Where did you... a look for the last night position. You're done, my friend. I'm out. Reloading.
Oh, getting hit.
What's wrong with this thing?
Ooh, got him.
Confirmed hit.
All right, so you could jam their weapons.
Hostile been hit. Target is firing. What am I doing here?
Come on, man.
Wounded there. I'm empty. Reloading. Stay down.
Problem, Dalton. I need your physical appendages now.
All right, so I survived that.
3 slots on the left. One of them is the receiver. You need to pull the controller wire.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No, I'm fucking not. Pull the wire.
If this gets me blown up,
Bombs defused.
Yes. Weapon
See, that wasn't
deactivated.
so bad, was it?
Bagley, you bastard. You nearly gave me a bloody heart attack then. Whoa. What the fuck am I looking at?
It appears Parliament is not the only target.
More bombs are going live as we speak.
Oh, Lord, there's more bombs going live.
Now we need to get the word out. Those sites need to be evacuated.
They're spread out all over London. There isn't any time.
But my sister's at the town conference. We have to do something.
I picked up a transmitter on the roof that is sending out a signal to the other bomb sites. If you can reach it,
I can shut it all down.
Oh, man.
Sabine?
Fuck! Dalton, we're breached!
They've been breached. One thing I noticed, the cutscenes, the frame rate drops down to 30 frames per second during the cutscenes. Very weird. All right, so
Sabine, what's going on?
We're being raided. It's a bloodbath. Her protocol is to wipe everything, including Bagley.
I need him for the transmitter.
I know, but if they get him, they get everything. Names, ops, locations.
Okay, I'll do it the old-fashioned way. Wipe him.
yes, wipe me.
Do it, Sabine, and get the hell out of there.
Fuck. Okay, Bagley's down. You're on your own. Dalton, if this goes...
It won't. I'll see you at the rally point. I promise.
Good luck.
In the queue. I'm cover.
Where's my backup? I'm going to check it out. They went that way. Find them.
I don't know what was happening with that. On this.
I'm on my own.
Doggish, what's going on, man?
Where are you? Okay. Bingo.
Man, that like some sort of type of virus. Oh, okay. Oh, Lord. Hey, that's some next level stuff right there.
Fuck are you?
Oh, you still think you'll need to save London? I'm afraid that's not going to happen. You're here to help us with some important work.
Important work. Killing thousands of...
Exactly. To save the world. You do know Londoners have died before. The plague, the Great Fire, the Blitz. It's not much fun.
Man, that cyberpunk delay is crazy as hell, man. I don't even want to talk about that.
Zero dead.
You know, you go from November 19th to like another 21 days. I don't know, man. That's just stupid. So the bombs are going off. God, to be okay.
It's time for a hard reset.
Oh my god.
Dogs, I appreciate that, man. Always appreciate the love. I just got took it out. So you know what? I think this is actually a perfect place to stop the game. Because I definitely want to spend some more time on this. I don't want this particular video to be too long. But we definitely are going to spend a lot more time on Watch Dogs.
That brought closure to thousands of families and indeed to an entire city. London is now laser focused.
10 Downing Street, where Nigel Cass, CEO of private military company Albion, received a mandate to secure London. Cass has vowed to hunt down DedSec. Terrorist responses failed. Albion used cutting-edge artificial intelligence systems and autonomous drones to capture the remaining members of DedSec.
Yeah, this is gonna be super dope. Super dope game. So let me know down in the chat what type of, or if you're going to be watching this on VOD later, if you picked up a 3070 or if you picked up a 3080, or if you're going to wait until the AMD cards come out, definitely let me know down in the chat. And yeah, I did a giveaway in my Discord. Invite link is in the description below. But I just found out I was doing a giveaway of this game right here, Watch Dogs Legion. But I found out that the code that I have, which is specific to the Nvidia GeForce experience, that code, you actually have to have a 3080 in order to use the code. So follow me in Discord. I'm gonna do another giveaway, but definitely got to make sure I make the discrepancy that you have to have a 3080 card in order to use the code that I have. So, but if you want to see the giveaway stuff that I got coming up, follow me in the Discord, and we'll continue to talk and all this good stuff. And yeah, appreciate y'all for rocking with me. Yeah, I appreciate y'all for rocking with me, man. But we're gonna call it a night, and I definitely tomorrow I do another live stream of Watch Dogs Legions, and we're gonna get it cracking again. So peace.
Let me break into London CTO.